Hey guys, welcome back. We're back with what episode 2.5 if
Yeah,
you count our failed episode
no,
2.
two.
You know, I can't even count.
I think it's
It's
2
two.
point.
2.5 is
It's
the water mark.
no, that's 1.5. Besides the point.
Welcome to the second episode of the year. My name.
Oh,
uh, okay,
And that is everything. Goodbye.
and that is all. Have a good
that's
day.
Jared. Anyways, that's Jared. You know him. I'm Sparky. You know me. Jushi's here now. He was not here for episode
Hi.
1. Saw, dude. Um, we missed a lot. I'm gonna be real. We tried to record an episode 2. We decided it seemed kind of forced, so we kind of just tossed it. And now we're here with real episode 2. And I don't really want to talk about all the other shit right now, so let's just hop right into the CSGO shit. We can start with rosters. There's been a few big roster changes recently in the top teams being shaken up. Most notably, we'll start from highest rank to lowest rank. So technically, at the time of it, Navi would be the highest rank. Finally, getting rid of Edward, bringing in Boomich. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
You can go first.
Just you can go first.
I'll be honest. Edward's a bit of a rat. He hasn't really done much in the last 10 years. I feel like, so it's a good change of pace.
It didn't take long for someone to go in on somebody.
You know what? I fucking wholeheartedly agree. Okay, so like, did you see that thing on Twitter about ESL? Or was it ESL or was it like Rivalry or something where they posted that picture of like fucking Master Splinter with like holes in
Yeah.
fans? What the fuck did that old washed up cunt teach those guys? Those guys were better than him before they even got in the team, and they were fucking amazing. And that guy did nothing except fucking run in, die, and throw no utility, just like me. And I'm a silver.
That's pretty
Yeah, that's
fair.
fair.
But guess what? Guess what? The guy they're replacing him with, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but this is Zeus's pick. This is not like a good pick. Zeus picked this guy to be in the team because Zeus is gonna fucking like teach him to be an in-game leader.
Oh no.
Now I don't know if you've ever heard of something like this before, but like usually when a guy is in the team and he's supposed to teach a guy that's supposed to take over his job, he's probably gonna do a shitty fucking job because he doesn't want to leave the team. Even though the rat said he was gonna retire like this year.
He's gonna retire back in like after the major.
Yeah, dude, you know what? Fuck that guy. Like, dude,
All right.
this is such a bad pickup.
So-
man. Like, think of all the people they could have picked up here. They could have picked up like anybody. They could have picked
What's
up anybody.
Some
There-
Die
there's, like,
Young?
10
He's really
people I
good.
would have picked over this guy.
Some Die Young should have been the first choice.
Oh, fucking James should have been the first choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
should've been the
but
first choice.
chances are James feeling it with the Vanguard right now. They're in a little
No,
hot streak
dude,
for
but
what a
it's
Vanguard
every single
is.
CIS player's dream to play for Navi. You're not gonna tell me some fucking guy from Kazakhstan. Fucking was my boy's dream
I don't
to play
know.
for
It-
Vanguard.
I mean, yeah, but relationships at the end of the day usually prioritize, surprisingly enough, unless you're a snake, which some people are in the scene, but I don't know. James feels he's something about him. He seems very wholesome.
We're
Don't
not
shake.
talking about. We're not talking about the Brazilian scene, Sparky.
Sean's not around.
All right. We're not gonna go in on. Actually, we could go on Brazil later, but not right now. We'll wait a bit. All right. So we're talking about roster changes here. We all know we don't like Edward. You went in on Boomich. I don't know. I feel like this team definitely needs something different, and Boomich is still better than Edward at the end of the day.
But
I
Boomich
think
isn't good.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually that big of a.
He opts,
Like,
right?
this
I'm
guy
not going
hasn't-
crazy.
Yeah, I know, but this guy hasn't done anything since the fucking Boston major. Like
He's been the
literally,
best player for Windstrike,
That's not
arguably.
saying anything though. That, like Windstrike is not a good team. Like,
Yeah, but it just here. I don't think of it so much as obviously Simple's a better opper, but if you look like this guy's primarily an opper, right? He's not a real rifler, is he? I don't remember. Like I said, I only watch Windstrike at the majors, and I still only watch like one of their best of ones. But like, if
gotta
you
think, man, like,
imagine
all the
giving
guys
Simple
they
the freedom
miss.
to do whatever he wants. Now you have Simple and Electronic doing whatever they want with rifles. You have Boomich opping because he's a good opper. He's not like the best of the best. Like I said, he's not better than Simple, but he's a good opper.
They're not gonna give him.
I'm trying to be
What's
the.
that tell you?
I
He's
know.
not going to be upping. No.
He'll
I don't
never.
see it.
on that
I'm
team.
just hoping because that's. I want to give.
I
I
don't
want
know.
to see
I think
Simple with
Simple's
more
amazing.
freedom.
Simple is 150% better with every single weapon.
I mean, to me, I know, but to me, it seems like a larger version of the whole what's it called? Does it have a name? Like that idea that Zeus takes the fucking AK, Simple gets the Deagle to even out. I feel like if you put Boomage on Op, I feel like it's like just a more blown up version of that.
I mean, it's not like he's a crazy opper. It's not
No,
like he ops like.
this is just a
Say.
like if you look at this pickup, this is a very underwhelming pickup. If you look at all the talent that's in the fucking CISC, that's like locked up in all these different teams. Like look at all the like talented players that are in like fucking Gambit, you know,
Yeah.
Vanguard.
Look,
What's it called? What's that team with the shark called? I forgot the name. Like just
Vega.
now, just escaped. Vega.
there you go.
You know, Spirit. Like all these teams have play. I'd say this guy.
Isn't Spirit NA now?
I would pick 8 guys over this fucking guy.
Spirit is NA now. I'm almost positive.
I would pick 2 guys on a Vanguard. I'd even give Mir or Adren a shot over this
No,
guy.
Spirit's not NA. Who am I thinking of?
Like, I'd actually give Adren a shot because he could probably do a super good supportive role, which I think would be good for that team because Edward wasn't really doing that to the best of his abilities. He wasn't that kind of player.
Side note, I just want to put it out there. I was thinking of Singularity, not Spirit. But all right, I'm gonna be real with you guys real quick. I completely agree with you. I'm just trying to bring a second perspective to it. I'm trying to argue for the other side. I'm trying.
Just more to it.
I just don't think they'll do good.
I got the harder end of the stick. All right, whatever. Next team. Let's go on to the next big roster change. That being FaZe and Neo.
Hey,
Obviously, Adren's gone. I don't think anybody really thought Adren fit in that team well unless he was IGLing and he never got that chance. So I'm not too
he never had
like
the chance.
yeah, he never had that chance. But so I'm not too like, oh, you should have kept Adren. Like Adren wasn't really. If you weren't gonna let him IGL, I didn't want him in the team at the end of the day, and they clearly weren't gonna let him do that. So I'm not too hurt about him leaving. But I think that's what everyone. I think that's everyone's opinion on it. Like if he's not gonna IGL, he shouldn't be in the team. But what are your thoughts on Neo doing what he's doing with FaZe now? We've seen him in one event now, a tournament, and then like a few online matches.
If you look at this tournament, like I know I shit on FaZe a lot, but they actually look fucking night and day when fucking Neo is the game leader compared to Nico. Like you can actually see it. Like players are actually doing well. They're actually fucking trying to like do like not like strap wise, but they're actually like working as an actual team instead of just 5 individual players who are just trying to fucking.
And that's
carry
after
the
like
entire game in a
2
pub.
weeks of practice.
Yeah. So obviously they're still going through like a honeymoon phase, but the one
Phase,
one-
honeymoon phase.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
phase honeymoon phase. But like you got to think the one super big positive I saw is that they're actually a good nuke team, and that is not that is entirely because of Neo.
Oh yeah, for sure. They tried to play it once, I think, back with the Dren. They started floating it, and they played it like once maybe, and it was against MIBR, another team that doesn't play nuke, and that was at a Blast Pro event. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't look good, and that definitely playing nuke here, it looked a lot better.
So obviously I don't know, man. I still think like as soon as the results get bad, fucking this guy is gone. I know how this is gonna work. So,
With every
Yeah.
FaZe roster.
with just because if as soon as something bad happens,
If the results get
it'll
bad.
be Neo will be fucking but like you know what, they've been looking a lot better. So I don't know. I gotta see him at a couple more months before I like can judge if this fucking roster move is a failure or a success.
I think they're playing ESL next, and then after that it's Cologne, and then Blast Pro LA, and then
But would Neo be at ESL? Wouldn't they have to use the drummers? Is that how it
no,
works?
no, because Neo didn't participate in ESL.
Yeah, he was playing in fucking Maine.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. But yeah, so they can play with him, so they will play with him at ESL. That was kind of their big thing. I remember reading that interview. They were looking for someone they could play ESL with, and they needed someone who hadn't already participated on another team.
Kerrigan. I like him.
What'd you say?
He's a good in-game leader.
Kerrigan?
Yeah.
Kerrigan's
I
the
like
boy. I like him. I'll
Bring
always
that
like him.
Kerrigan guy.
It always comes back to Kerrigan when talking about FaZe. But all right, I think that's enough for Neo. Do you have anything you want to add about Neo?
good luck to him, I guess,
He's
because
fucking
he's gonna need it with these
Yeah.
guys.
fucking washed up, man. He's not good at the game, but like fuck, maybe his brain will help him.
Maybe.
But fuck, watching him play, he's got some awful fucking reflexes, man.
Bro, he had a sick 1v2 though.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. He had a sick 1v2.
1v2. Golden had a sick 1v3 the other day. I don't give a shit. Like, come on. Everyone
Golden's a
has
fragger for an IGL. But whatever. Alright, so we're gonna start moving lower down the list. We'll go to Stanislaus next with Complexity. I feel like they showed some potential. They showed some, like, decent potential at one point. What was it? Like, a little after the major. Like that little span from the major and then a few, like, a month and a half afterwards, and they just kind of fell off. I don't think they haven't played a major LAN tournament in the last 3 months up until now at ECS, I think. And then Stan was just like, nah, I gotta go, guys. And they're like, all right, you gotta go. And then they brought in Obo, the Pug Star.
Fucking oboe,
Wow.
little boy.
Why is Ricky still on this phone?
That's what you thinking of.
Dude, like, if Stan was still on this team and they replaced Open, yeah, I'd be like, you know what, this actually could be a good team. Like you know, around like the Ghost level, like an upset team that could maybe that won't win a tournament, but will decide who wins tournaments, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. To me, this is like his decision. This is not like a thing. You know what I mean? This is it. He wanted to be benched. That's the only reason I can see this happening.
That is exactly what happened. He said he wanted to be benched, and everyone was like, all right. Well, he didn't ask to be benched. He asked to
He just
do
fucking
other.
snaked. He just snaked his way.
Pretty
through
much,
that.
and they.
He snaked his way out like with fucking.
But like this team hadn't done anything for 3 months. I wonder how long Obo was like in the picture. I don't know when Stanislaus said he's like, all right, I'm done. I don't wanna play. I don't know when that happened, but I feel
Where's
like
he gonna go?
if anywhere,
Fucking Ghost probably. Fuck over Steel.
I feel like
Fuck over Steel.
I feel
love
like
Steel.
low key.
I think he's awesome.
I mean, I don't know how like
I think
it very
I think
well
literally
could be.
he's 50% of what Ghost is.
Yeah, pretty
His
much.
calls
Yeah.
and Cordell's plays.
I mean, this is just like a something I want to happen. I don't think it will happen because I think Daps is too important to NRG with his leadership role. But I feel like if NRG ever fell into a slump, Stan could go there and start calling because he's
Maybe
a
he'll be
fragger.
Cloud9.
Stan is a fragger and he can call too, so that's always nice.
He could also go to Cloud9.
He could,
Cloud9
yeah,
could get their head out of their ass and start actually making a fucking NA team again.
true.
Because I don't know what the
But-
fuck their team is. I don't even know who's on their team.
I don't mind one EU or like one, yeah, like one EU for the most part. But like if he wants to expand to NA, but like Cloud9's just they're an NA org. They can't be anything more than that. They need to focus on that. Go buy fucking Liquid. Obviously, Liquid's really expensive because they're a big org, and that's not gonna happen.
And they're winning. I don't think
Yeah.
they're gonna sell it.
Number one team in the world.
Oh, shush. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much you can say about this roster change. I feel like just because it was Stan's choice, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna kick Stan out because he's the problem. Because he definitely wasn't the problem. Him and fucking Shazam were the only two fragging on the team.
Yo, the problem.
Okay, sure, okay, let's go. All right, let's move on to
Why isn't that
Juicy.
guy
You ready for the Jared talks for about the Asian scene for about fucking 10 minutes while we sit here and just nod our heads
Yeah, I
in
know.
agreement? So
No,
Jared,
well,
can you?
Shut up.
No, it's okay. You want to talk about what's going on with Ty Lue? They had a big little move.
Yeah, okay, so they did like a huge, like, almost like an overhaul. They signed two young guys. So they signed like Dan King, who's an offer, who he was okay. Like I don't know. I saw him a couple times, but he's not like anything like special. But I know Freeman's really good. Like, he's probably one of the better Asian players like in the scene. And like he's been on Vici for a while, and like every time I've watched Vici play, he's usually like when they get like these upsets, like when they upset North and they upset like, you know, all these other teams like fucking Fnatic and shit. Like usually it's him and that Almond guy, the two guys that are usually popping off.
This is
So this
okay.
guy's-
Look really good. Sorry, I'm just throwing in what I know about the Asian scene.
He's okay. Like all these teams are fucking good. Like they got good skill. It's just like tactics. That's the problem with like the Asian scene is that like all the fucking players are really good and they got amazing fucking like what would you say, like mechanics,
Yeah.
like that could match like like all the players in the world, but they have no fucking brain. Like they don't know how to play Counter Strike properly. They just play it like super puggy, and like when you watch two Asian teams play, they just don't know what the fuck's going on. So like I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they signed Danking and Freeman. All right, I know why they signed Freeman, but I don't know why they signed Danking. So the only thing I think could happen is they might just make an all fucking Chinese team. Like even though Freeman's like from Hong Kong, they might just
So you're telling me
at extra it.
you're telling
Like, they
me
might just
they
fucking
try
make
to get rid
Chinese.
of their two best players.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't
China number
like.
one.
I think that either they're gonna make Freeman fucking, they're gonna replace Freeman with
Attacker.
Attack
Yeah.
or yeah, Attack.
Pretty sure they're both entries, right?
And like fuck, what are they gonna do with Danking? That they have to. They have to replace fucking extra. He's
Or
dog.
maybe one of them
Like,
falls off the opening role.
I don't know. Maybe
They're
Summer.
notoriously.
Because somebody, Vented and Execute are just the main guys. Maybe they're just gonna get rid of Summer and Attacker already. Like fuck them both. We've only been in for like 5 months. Fuck them both. I wouldn't even be mad about that. I think those two haven't been that aggressive in this entire thing. I really can't blame fucking Execute because he's been so amazing. Like those three guys, Vented, Execute, and somebody have done so much for that org. Like if they get rid of one of them, I would be so fucking surprised.
Yeah, didn't
So
Ventet
I can only see it being Attacker.
Didn't Ventet like single-handedly keep them in Sydney or some shit?
Fucking yeah, he's just so good. He's the best Asian player.
Yeah.
Or somebody is too. Like they're both so good. And you know, Execute has his days. He used to be.
Yeah. All right, that's our Asian CS segment for the episode.
Go MVP.
Tune in next week. I remember when Jared was weren't you like a hard Tyloo fan at one point? Then they started shitting the bed.
I was when they were fucking winning games and they could actually play at the top level.
Bandwagon.
And then
Anyways.
then what? Then what's Face It Major?
Face It Major happened?
No, they actually did okay at the Face It Major. I don't know what happened. They just got rid of two. They got rid of DD and fucking Captain Mo, and I don't know. Team just changed.
Got a little ahead of themselves, but oh well. Speaking of teams that got ahead of themselves, like that segue, Blastralis. You know them and you love them, or you don't unless you're a refresh.
You know what frustrates me about this fucking team?
What?
The fans. I fucking hate Astralis fans. Okay, I'm so sick of seeing like this guy. You know what? Astralis is the number one team in the world. They've been to you know what? They aren't skipping events. They've been to events. Look, they've been to blast events. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking face. And you know what? They aren't even winning them. Okay, they fucking lost the ends. They lost the fucking. They didn't even make fucking playoffs at like the one of them, and they won the other one or something. Like, who cares about blast events? They're not legitimate in the entire world scene. They don't give you rankings because they're not fucking relevant. All you do is you just sit on that fucking number one ranking and you just let it deteriorate because being number one in the world is something you need to prove fucking every single fucking day. You need to go to these big events and you need to be like, we gotta win this fucking event and show these fucking people that we're still number one in the world. But they're not doing that. So because they're not even going to events, they're just not. It's almost like going last place. Like. I wouldn't say that, but it's like I don't care about this team anymore. If they don't care about fucking CS, then I don't care about them. Who cares about them?
That's fair. I mean,
like I don't even think they should be number 2.
5.
I think ENCE should be number 2.
5.
I think they should be number 2 in the world.
Yeah, they should. They will be soon. 5 best of 3s in the last
in 5 months.
Yeah. Like, since the major. Yeah. 5 best of 3s. That's insane. That should.
You can't hold
3 of them were online, weren't there? 2 of them?
3 of them were in the ESL Pro League.
3 of them were in ESL.
This is LAN best.
Oh. So 3 ESL.
3 of them were EPL.
I mean, even if you add online, it's not much better. The only online they played is ECS, and they played like fucking 3 because they qualified after week 1. So they played 3 best of 3s. to
Like
qualify.
I don't know, man.
So they played.
They got ring rust, man. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They just don't care anymore. I don't. It's sad to see this team that was like that tried so hard to make it number one and
They
held on to it
revolutionized the
forever.
game. Now
And
they
like
look like
they were the
subpar.
best team of all time in Counter Strike.
And it's not even like it's not even like the last times we seen them play, they were fucking amazing doing the shit that we know Astralis did. Last time we saw them play, they got beat by Ents. They lost their map streak. They lost their nuke streak of 30 maps. That like they lost the two fucking weeks before that. They lost their Inferno streak of 20 to Big. Like it's not even like they're playing
fucking
well when
Big.
they're playing. They're now playing shit and still not going to play.
They just I don't know, man. They're not a good team anymore. Well,
Like
I
you
wouldn't
could,
say they're not a good team. They're still a top 5 team.
they're not
But
the
like
best though, or at least they
they're
haven't
not.
shown to be.
They're never gonna be like they were before. It's such a disappointing way to see the best team of all time fucking lose the number one spot. It's just because they don't show up to any events, and their soft fucking exclusivity is fucking the league around, or like the entire fucking scene. Like I'm so sad that like every time there's a big event, fucking like 2 of the top 5 teams don't go because fucking Blast Pro Series or fucking whatever refresh said like, oh no, like because you know about that thing where it says, oh, you need to go to 5 of the 8 events.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking refresh tells you which 5 of the 8 events you go into, motherfucker. You're not fucking choosing that. So like that is soft exclusivity, and that's something I don't like seeing in Counter Strike. Like I don't want to see another fucking Overwatch League. I don't like that, dude. I like seeing what Dota does. I like seeing what fucking CS does. I like the open scene. I like seeing a bunch of tournaments. I like seeing random teams that come out of nowhere and fucking upset. Like that's one of the coolest things about CS. Not fucking these 5 teams that go to the same league every fucking month, and I watch them and they fucking suck and it's boring and it's fucking stupid.
I want
And
to
they
put.
talk about like how important CS is to
Mm-hmm.
them because it's not anymore. Like it's hard to believe the Astralis players when they talk about how important CS is to them when they don't show up to any fucking events.
You wanna hear something interesting? I was looking at this. You wanna hear the teams Astralis has played in the best of threes they've played outside of Blast events, so that takes away
Oh no.
two
It's like
best of threes.
big fucking
LDLC. So this is online and LAN. They played for ECS their week 1 qualification where they went right to the final. They played LDLC, a Vanguard, and NIP. So those are
I
the
forgot
first
LDLC
3s.
was a
They
team.
2-0'd all.
Like
Yeah.
IQ.
They
fucking
2-0'd all of them, but it's all online, and I don't see any of those as an accomplishment. As the
not
best team in the world. This was back in March, too. This is when they were distinctively the best team in the world. Then you go Blast Pro, Sao Paulo, Miami, ESL Pro League. X3D Max, 2-0. Hellraisers, 2-0. Big, 2-1. Obviously, they lost their Inferno streak there. Then next is Blast Pro Madrid. They played Ents in the grand final there and lost their nuke streak. But I'm not talking about Blast events. Then obviously they play Furia today, but that's the best of 1. And as we're recording this, ECS day 1 is going on.
I'm not saying like when I talk shit about Blast, I'm not saying that like the Blast events aren't fucking like cool. Like some of the shit in Blast is fucking cool. I
Oh,
like the
I
3rd place thing. I like the 3rd place thing where like the 2 fucking 4th and 3rd teams like play like in these like stupid little show match and whoever wins gets 3rd. That's how it should be done, dude. 3rd place matches are fucking stupid, but like I kind of find that cool. That's the only thing I find cool really about like the entire like thing.
production is
I
very good. I'll give them
like
that. Other than
Blast events are sick.
like
all right,
like the actual in stadium experience, like going
and
to the venue, is amazing.
I
But
can
I
speak
don't.
from
That
experience.
doesn't.
I went to
But
Blast Pro Miami.
exactly, like, but to me that's not like important.
Although I
I
do
don't
want
care
to.
if it's fucking cool. I care about the fact that you're trying to make a soft exclusivity league, and you're trying to fucking fuck over the entire scene and make it shit. Because this is the worst Counter Strike year I think I've ever seen in my entire time watching competitive. I've never seen the scene have so many like tournaments be underwhelming because none of all the top teams show up, and
Mm-hmm.
these
He cut
fucking
out.
garbage. Best of 1 tournaments fucking suck.
I do want to put a little asterisk when I say their production is very good, because for the love of God, they need to get rid of the 3 best of ones going on at once. Like, expand the tournament an extra day if you got to. There should not be 3 best of ones going on.
Yeah,
It's
especially for the
just.
players, right? Like they are just stuck playing back-to-back games because the games
Hmm.
are just like right there at one after the other. They're gonna be awful.
But, like, when I said I was there, trying to watch all 3 of those matches, it's not possible. I just watched whichever one was closest to ending and then slowly hopped to the next one. Because it was the only way to. It's just too much to do that. So, the production's nice with the asterisks of fucking fix those 30 matches going on at once.
And quit making the leagues exclusive.
But,
Fucking hate that shit, dude.
so let's kind of, like, we kind of already just fucking motioned into it because you can't talk about Astralis without talking about Blast Pro at this point. But, I do want to rant about them real quick. It's going to be a real quick rant, but it fucking pisses me off that you're going to go. You got Blast Pro LA. You get this great news. This great fucking news. Oh, we're introducing a semifinal best of 3. Fucking.
This is good. This
fucking.
is good. Keep on going.
Trying to fucking diversify. Listen to the fans for once. Add some more best of 3s. I'm like, I like this. I like this. I put it in our little group PM on Discord. I'm like, guys, look at this. They're evolving. Who would have thought? Fucking 2 hours later, I find out they're trying to charge $75 more for tickets now. $100 for 1-day tickets? Are you fucking kidding me? It was $25. $25 jumped to $100 because you added an extra semifinal best of 3. Are you fucking kidding me? It's all about the money for them. It really is.
The math doesn't check out there. You know?
What do you mean?
You get 2 more games, you have to pay $75 more, please.
I don't know, dude. I don't like Blast. I don't like fucking watching it. I don't like fucking looking at them. I don't like hearing about it. Just every time you look at something or like you see people that have influence in the scene talking about them, it's always negative because they have nothing positive about them.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much, yeah, but like, also back to that whole best of 3 thing, I was just thinking and realizing the semifinals, I guess the one good thing that comes from that outside of, like, for players is you get a more fair, if they do it like this, because obviously we don't know if they will, but I'd assume they would. The whole standoff thing, it was usually third place team gets to pick another team, and they would always pick the worst team, so it'd be harder for the better teams to get those extra money and points. I guess now the 2 losers of the semifinals would probably do the standoff. That would make the most sense. So I guess that makes it more fair for the teams to earn the extra cash. Because at the end of the day, as much as Astralis is only in it for the fucking money as an org, the other guys are there and they kind of got fucked over by it because no one could have realized how shit that would have been when it started. So it's good for them to earn the extra cash, but like, fuck Astralis, low key.
Yeah, fuck those guys. I don't like them.
I don't know. Has everyone ranted about Blast Pro? Shishi, you got anything you want to add? You're the more
Yeah,
passive one
good.
of all of us.
I mean, you're
Me
kind
and-
of covering all the bases here.
Yeah, me and Jared are very opinionated, that's all.
I don't like Blast.
We know.
Blast-
I don't think anyone does. But,
All the fucking idiots do. I think Blast is amazing.
anyways, let's move away from the ranting about all the shit going on in the CS scene and let's just focus on the next event. That's ECS. It's, like I said, it's going on right now. Day 1 is going on right now. We're recording on June 6th as the first day of ECS Season 7 Finals. I do want to put out, I just said we're done with ranting, but I do want to rant about this system real quick. It's such an awful system because it favors teams that aren't playing LANs throughout the week, or throughout the months, because they have more time to attend. And when
This
you...
is a stupid qualifying
Yeah,
system.
okay, so I get the first 3 weeks, the winners qualify, but like the last 2 weeks is based on prize money. That's fucking stupid. Take a week off, add an extra 4th week, and the winner qualifies. Because when you have these teams like fucking a Vanguard who doesn't go to LANs, they can play every week and easily stack up the cash. And it's not, I mean...
Vanguard's a good team. I wouldn't even mind if they were.
Yeah,
I
but
think
like...
Vanguard's better than some of the teams in this fucking land.
Like, if you look at, like, Liquid didn't qualify because they didn't have the prize money because they were sending lands. FaZe didn't qualify.
Well, that's
FaZe
their
played,
fault.
like, 2 weeks. The 3rd week, they had already been, like, it's been determined that they could not qualify after week 4, so they kind of fucked around in week 5. Is it, though,
Okay.
like, would you prioritize an online league over lands at the end of the day as any team?
I'm gonna tell you something about what you just said. Like you said that, like it's based off of prize money. It is no one's fault except for the fucking those orgs that they
It's
are
just an
not getting
awful
prize money.
system.
Because most of those orgs, Sparky, are fucking skipping events, skipping big events like fucking Sydney and Cologne and New York, fucking Dallas. These big events where like literally your entire fucking reputation is built off. Like literally
But
your entire legacy is built off of the event, and they're skipping them because fucking of burnout. You know, we want to go to fucking CS Summit instead of DreamHack Dallas.
I
And
mean, CS Summit does sound like a fun time. That
dude,
might be
it
the one
sounds fun as
exception.
fuck. But like, if you're gonna skip like this is just an example because it's happening. I, you know,
but that's not what I'm
look
talking
at
about
Team
though. By
Liquid.
prize
Team
money.
Liquid was gonna skip ESL one clone. They were fucking fully out, dude. They did not want to go because they would have gotten the first invite to that fucking tournament if they wanted to go, and they said no. And they weren't gonna fucking go. ESL one Cologne is probably the most important tournament of the year besides the majors. I'd say, like that says how important this tournament is. It is the like one of the biggest ones. It is one of the best ones. You know, the format is fucking amazing. All the top teams usually go, and they were gonna skip it because they didn't want to fucking go because of fucking all
Little
this
bitches.
stupid shit.
That's not what I mean by prize money though. I mean I'm talking about prize
I
money
know,
within ECS.
Yeah, but the reason that like most of the good teams didn't make it because of that is because a lot of them have skipped big events and have gone to Blast Pro Series instead.
Although,
Fuck 'em.
nah, I don't know because skipping big events. No, the
Skipping
whole
big
thing is
events
they
never
don't qualify.
happened.
It's not the skipping events that makes them not qualify. It's the not going. It's the going to LAN events that make them not qualify. Like I just said, like teams like Liquid, FaZe. What was another big one? There was another one I can't
Ents.
remember. Ents just wasn't in ECS. They're not an ECS team. But those are the two big names because they're both top 5 teams I can think of. Because they're attending LAN events, they don't go to as many weeks because it's a 5-week qualification system. FaZe only went to week 1 and week 4 before they were told, oh, you can't qualify no matter what. Week 5 didn't matter to them because they could not qualify. They practiced. They literally.
They gotta change it. They gotta change this.
It's a
format.
bad system.
Fucking
That's what I was
format
trying to
is
say.
shit.
That's what I was trying to
It's
say.
garbage.
It's a bad system. But all right, now let's move on with the ranting. We've done a lot of complaining over the last fucking 15 minutes.
That's because we're in the dark ages now.
We are. It really, it's bad.
Counter-Strike.
You know what? Could happen.
All right, so let's focus on the positives of ECS. Let's talk about the actual event itself. Group A, Astralis, NRG, Fury, and NIP. Group B, North, Vitality, MIBR, Complexity. Who do you guys think is coming out of Group A? The 2 teams making playoffs.
You know, I'd hope for Astralis.
I think it's gonna be Energy and Astralis.
Yeah, those would be my predictions.
Yeah.
Too. Those are just kind of like safe bets there.
And for Group B, I'm gonna go Actually, fuck. Did North already make it out? They did. Did they? I
Yeah.
don't know how it works. Is it
Yeah.
like a bracket? Like, is it like if you lose 2, you're out?
No, they're out.
Okay, they're out already?
Yeah,
Fuck it.
they
Then-
qualified.
Fuck.
I mean, out as in they're out into the playoffs.
Okay, well, then
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sorry.
go for Vitality over MIBR. Sucks.
Yeah, I think those are pretty too much.
And Complexity
pretty much
is
too far.
like so irrelevant. I could care less about them. They are the splice of fucking. They're the new splice. Okay. Do nothing.
Well, since we kind of broke the whole time zone thing, now that we've shown that day 1 is pretty much over because North had the last match of the day.
Oh well, Energy's already out then. Fuck.
Energy's in the playoffs too. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Vitality and Astralis.
I still think Astralis can do it, but it's not looking good that they've already got a loss under their belt, losing to Furia on Nuke. So they've lost their last 2 Nuke games.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Quit looking at me.
What match did Energy play Fury on?
And
Nuke and something. Train.
Was it Train? Okay, yeah, Train.
Train was their pick. I'm actually genuinely surprised they beat him on Nuke, but
They
it's
2-0'd? That's actually sick.
yeah, it
Fury
is.
had a really bad CT
Well,
side.
then.
That I think that game against Astralis. But well, like. Whatever.
Fury has a really bad CT side on everything, though.
Yeah, they do. It's their fucking
And plus
aggressive
they're
ass T
They're
side
so
that
T-sided.
pretty
And
much.
plus, something that rarely happens on actually happening with Astralis in case Serrato pop the fuck off.
Guess
Yeah.
Red was kind of cute.
Glaive also top fragged in that game, which means the rest of Astralis did not do very well.
Actually, Glaive's like 18th in the world. He's a good player.
Yeah, but when you're on Astralis, you should
I'm
not
lying. He's not. He's not that good.
I know,
That's
but
fuck.
When you're 18, wait, I mean, fucking, when you're the best team in the world, your IGL should not be popping off.
I hate that, dude. Did we ever talk
Quote
about
unquote
that
the best
in
team.
rankings? Dude,
No,
5
we
players on
didn't.
Astralis should not all be top 20 in the world. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
all
think
I'm
Glaive
gonna say
was.
about that. They were all.
They
fucking
all were. Yeah.
Glaive was like 15th in the world. He was like above fucking like guys like Valde and other guys. Like,
He was
Jesus.
Like
8.
some T-Stars players were behind fucking Astralis' IGL. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like some amazing players.
He was 8.
He was 8th. That guy is no way in the world. That guy should be 80th.
Wait, they were all top 10. Except
They're all top
Zipnix,
10.
who is number
That
13.
means he was above Cold Zero.
Yes, but Cold Zero had a shit year, to be fair. But, okay,
good.
besides the point.
Cold Zero is still better than Glaive as a player.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But, anyways, how do we get back
I
on
hate
Astralis?
people
We're
who do
talking.
that.
Oh, wait, yeah, they are at ECS. I was gonna say. No.
Dude, I hate
But,
people
yeah. I don't know. Who do you think takes this event as a whole?
who do I think wins ECS?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Vitality. I think Vitality's gonna.
I think they looked really shitty in their second match today, so I don't want to necessarily say them. I'm feeling the upset. I'm feeling an NRG victory. If Astralis keeps
Would
playing
love
like
to
they
see an
did,
NRG victory.
and NRG keeps playing like they do, I feel like it's about time this NRG team wins. Tarek deserves another trophy.
Yeah, well, they got the liquid problem, don't they? They choke.
They do choke sometimes.
They choke. No, they don't choke sometimes. They choke all.
It's the NA curse, man.
It is.
Yeah, maybe it's just an NA thing. Maybe NA's need the fucking North
No,
Americans
it's like
need to work on
fucking-
finishing.
It's like all these guys are kind of like, connected in some way. They all fucking choke.
It's like just
Just
one
in
big
the air.
virus.
Energy is the mini liquid.
Yeah, it's baby liquid.
Baby liquid.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, and
Yeah.
if people think liquid's done choking, oh fuck, you're in for some.
Yeah,
You're
Watch
in for
next
a
event.
party.
I bet next event they fucking choke to some shit team. Or not some shit team, but they choke in the final.
they're just cruising right now. Just wait. It's like imagine a car going down a hill without pressing on the gas. Like they're gonna ride with it. They're gonna keep a pretty good speed, but at some point it's just gonna stop. Once
Don't say
the
it.
road straightens out, it's
Don't
gonna
say it.
stop.
Don't say it.
What am I saying?
People sleeping on face.
No.
No, don't
I haven't said that yet, and I won't. Not yet.
I know.
Nobody's
I know.
sleeping on face.
Not until they go win an event.
That doesn't mean blast. They can't
Yeah,
blast.
I don't count Blast.
Blast isn't an event.
If they win ESL one or not ESL, not Cologne, ECS finals. If they win that,
Fuck, if they won Cologne, I'd be
bro.
impressed. Are they-
If they win that, just know on the next episode of this podcast, I will non-stop talk about FaZe.
are
I'm
they-
just
are they
waiting.
going to Cologne?
Yeah, they're
Hey,
going to
who's
Cologne,
in
but
Cologne?
profile
Who's
everyone
Who's
except
I
maybe
feel-
Liquid if they don't qualify. Which
Oh, do you think they'll get through that qualifier? 'Cause
I don't even
that's
know
an
who's-
online qual.
I don't know who's in the qualifier. I'm not gonna lie.
I know G2 is.
Let me
Ooh,
look.
G2,
Let me look.
washed up Frenchies.
It's
G2's
like
a
the
very
G-
good online team.
I forgot what it's called. It's called like the GG bet something.
The GG Bet Invitational.
So I think that's what it's called. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, GG
Yeah,
got bet.
That's
It's G2 and Liquid. Those are the only two teams here right now.
Okay, there's like 6 more. So
Oh,
I
this
bet
is
you,
in like a week and a half.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. That's online CS, man. I could see GG getting.
I think it does.
I have no confidence in Liquid on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
teams? How many teams? One. Where's this other? Is there another invite? What? There's 16
Yeah.
teams. Only 14 have been confirmed. The GG.bet Invitational gives one spot. What's the other spot come from?
European qualifier. Vitality's
Oh.
made it through the European qualifier, and I think there's one more team.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, the GG bet Cologne qualifier.
Oh, they play
I think-
They play the winner of
Yeah.
Vanguard
dude,
versus
MVP's
Heroic.
at this tournament. Yeah.
It's gonna be the winner of Heroic and a Vanguard.
Yeah.
go to the
I'm
event.
looking
Dude, this
at
is a
that now.
stacked event. This is like going to be the most legit event of the year.
This needs to be a
This is the
major
only
next
legit
year.
event.
I saw a petition to make Cologne a major next year. I'm down.
I'm so down, dude.
Please.
I love Cologne. Cologne is such a good fucking tournament.
Cologne and Sydney. Bro, too bad they're so close. Make
Nah, I
Sydney
don't
and
want
fucking make Sydney earlier in the year, and then keep Cologne where it is, and bam, 2 majors.
No, I don't want Sydney. I don't want Sydney. To be.
Sydney's a dope event. Sydney's up there. With, my 3 favorite events are Sydney, Cologne, and Summit. If you because Summit's just such a chill event.
Mine are Cologne, Summit, and Star Series. I love Star Series.
Star Series is a pretty good event usually.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're amazing.
They have good
Everything's
production.
best of 3. I love it.
All right. Anyways,
And Thorns.
we're way off topic now. How do we get to Cologne? Cologne's like a month and a half out. Actually, it's like a month out.
We were talking about the qualifier because Luke had it.
I don't know. Well, we were on ECS. You wanna? We'll hop into our news segment. We have a new segment on our podcast. We stole it directly from HLTV Confirmed podcast, and that's the fantasy segment. Basically, we each went through and picked teams for ECS because that's the closest event. It was kind of a shit fantasy event, if I'm being honest. Any system that has a best of one, any system that is a best of one to me is just awful. But we'll give an update of who win after the fact. So let's not talk about points. All you know is Jared's winning right now.
I'm winning.
I'm in second. Sparky's washed up. Well, my team's called washed up, lol.
All right.
My team's called Rack.
I'll start if y'all, or do one of y'all want to start explaining your team?
You're in last, so losers first.
All right. You know what? Listen. Shh.
Slow your roll.
All right. So I picked Magisk because Magisk is dope. Usually, he's pretty consistent fragger.
He is actually probably the best player on that team right now.
He's only played one game so far, so I'm not too regretful of my decision because it was a best of one, and best of one skew fantasy so much, and I think there needs to be a fix to this fantasy system. But besides the point, the next pick, I went with Apex. Don't know why, I was just throwing some teams around, seeing what money kind of combinations I could get. I threw Apex in, and I noticed it actually opened up a decent amount for me. I took a different approach than I normally do. I didn't really go with the whole... Actually, I guess I did accidentally.
Me too, man. Me too.
Nah, I picked the two teams I think would make playoffs and then an extra fourth, or extra fifth who I could fit in. So I went Apex, gave him entry. Oh, by the way, I gave Magic Stat Hunter because that's pretty normal. I gave Apex entry because he's a dope entry fragger. I'm just going to say someone's dope at something at every time I talk to a player. So Magic is just dope. Apex is a dope entry fragger. Then I went with Phelps. Phelps has been low-key kind of sick when it comes to fantasy, I've noticed, in the events they've attended.
It's fine, he'll be off the team in a week anyways.
He probably will. Fucking...
Knowing Two-Face Toledo.
But yeah, I gave him support. I gave him support for obvious reasons.
I do, she.
Hi.
What the fuck is happening? I gave Dupree. Then I picked Dupree because I had the money for him. I regret my decisions incredibly. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I regret my decisions. I gave him attacker because he tends to be somewhat decent on the T side, I guess. Then I went RPK. Also another awful mistake. God, I don't know. Every time I fucking see Vitality in an event, I pick RPK. I pick RPK and it just doesn't work out, but I give him Defender. Honestly, there was no logic behind that. I just fucking threw Defender on. But yeah, let's move on from my shit team. I'll be back at the next event.
Let's go to Jushi's team.
All right, my team. Oh God, this turned out to be a little bit of a disaster. I was like 4/8 like fucking completely dead inside, and then the other half was tired when I made this. So I first picked Fur for some reason.
First picked him.
I don't know why. I gave him Defender, and he's been doing all right for me. I'll give him that. Second up, I picked Zywoo because he's kind of hot. He's kind of thick, and the sound of his ass cheeks clap is just like really. He's the only one really pulling all the weight for me. I gave him Stat Hunter because Tarek also worked out pretty well. I picked him next, and I gave him support because his cast is usually pretty high. Same with everyone on energy. And then I picked Dupree, which was the biggest mistake I made. This motherfucker cost me like half my fucking money and lost me 33. So I don't know what to say. And then we got Daps because I was completely broke because I spent my money on the other useless rat Dupree, and he lost me another 31 points, and I gave him really bad.
Hey, that's okay. You're still beating me. You only have two people in the negatives. I have 3 or 4.
30 negative. They're both
you're like
-30.
negative 30. Sparky. Like,
you gotta remember,
yeah. Fucking sucked for you. Oh, okay. Let's go with my team. My awesome team, the Rat Gang.
All right, Jared. Let's get this done with.
We got Device as the opper because he's a pretty consistent opper. We got Glaive as IGL because I didn't really know any other people to pick. We have Apex as entry fragger because he's really good for the amount you get from a fantasy. He's a fucking amazing entry. We got Taco as support because I was like, he's pretty support. And then I got Cold Zero as camper because he always never dies and he always saves.
How does it make you
So-
feel knowing Cold Zero was 24-3 at one point in the game today?
Dude.
Actually, he was 21-1, and then they
Dude, he dropped,
threw.
3 fucking kills.
That would have been a massive fucking rating, like at least a 2.1. Oh, probably. And then he
14-3.
choked and finished with a 1.28
Did
with
you see
41
that game,
frags.
Yoshi? They were winning 14-3 in that game.
Oh no.
And they lost. Or,
In,
yeah, they lost.
in third overtime.
In third
That's
overtime,
fucked.
they lost. They were winning 14-3.
How do you choke that hard?
14-3. That's a fucking blunder, dude. That's like, I can't believe that shit. That's like some fucking. Usually MIBR fucking kills those teams. That's like some liquid choking.
Yeah, they were watching Luminosity versus Liquid demos.
They were watching NIP versus Liquid.
They expected to play North, so they watched their old Luminosity demo versus Liquid. Like, what did we do that worked here? And then they got so focused on the choke by Liquid that they completely lost track of what they were watching, and then subconsciously,
Do you ever want to go back in
subconsciously.
time and just not pick Dupree?
Do you want to go back
I
in
never
time
picked
and just
him. I have
completely
no faith in him.
repick your team? Bro, I don't know why. I go back to these guys. I do it with NAF when NAF's in an event. Never works out. I do it with RPK. Honestly, no reason behind that. I just do it because he's so cheap usually.
You picked him like 3 times in a row. He's never worked.
To be fair, last time I picked him, I finished in the top 500 at Summit. I finished in the top 500
That's Summit. Like
on
who?
HLTV. Yeah, I guess, but it was still a good pick. Summit's skill set was still better than ECS. You understand that, right?
But it's still Summit. It's like the least consistent environment in existence.
Yeah, it
I
is.
know. That's why Vitality
Liquid
won.
and NRG both. So let's fucking get real.
Also, I just want to add a side note because I thought this was funny. People are talking about how like Liquid's finally being consistent and winning tournaments, acting like they didn't just choke Summit away like a week and a half ago.
They're consistently getting to the
They're
final.
like, oh, they won Sydney. Yeah, but they've always done that. Like, oh, they won Sydney and what just passed? I'm blanking. Oh, DreamHack Masters Dallas. Yeah. It's like, oh, they won the 2 events, but like smack in the middle of that, they choked another final. So like, did they stop choking? Like, is it over? I don't think so.
I mean, everybody knows Stu TK is the best player in the entire fucking world universe. So yeah, they will.
Stewie 2K is so criminal. Oh my god, he's so good
Oh
at
my
Counter-Strike.
God.
Oh my god,
I
I'm
love
so
his
moist
stream.
thinking about Stewie 2K.
Okay, that got out of
Fuck
hand
him.
real quick.
All right, are we done? Now?
Felt like I was reading an agent. Are we done now? I mean,
Done yet?
that's all
Can
we
I go
planned.
home?
That's all we planned on talking about. Anything y'all want to add about anything going on right now?
Fuck blast.
We know, Jared. We know.
We talked about that for like 45
Yeah, I know.
minutes. I swear to
I know.
God.
No, that's what you're gonna end it on. When I say fuck blast next time.
I'm leaving this whole
and,
thing
and
in.
end the recording. So when I say it next, okay?
This whole is staying in. I'm not editing
Are you
this.
ready?
This is a
You ready?
podcast.
No.
Okay, guys. Wait, no,
Okay,
not
bye.
yet. Nope, not
Peace
yet.
out.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Shout us out on
back.
shit.
I'm back too.
Shout us out on shit. Jushi is back from the dead. So is Jared. We'll be back, around the start of
We'll
Cologne?
be back in
Like a
half a
month?
Yeah, give us another.
Yeah, it was literally 6 months ago.
We'll see you next.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was like 4 months ago.
We'll see you in fucking October.
I don't know. All right, any last words, guys? Now, Jared.
Fuck.
Fuck blast.